here today at our park, one of the parks in Grand Blanc, at a beautiful pavilion on a nice fall day. And I wanted to come here to focus in, if you can see behind me, a fenced-in playground area. Playgrounds, of course, are such an important part of kids' lives. And once in a while, when I take my kids to a playground, sometimes this one right here, I find myself having just as much fun, if not more fun, than they do. But in thinking about playgrounds, I wanted to share this passage that we find in the book of Zechariah, Zechariah chapter 8. And this is just a couple of the verses here. The Lord proclaims, I have returned to Zion. I will settle in Jerusalem. Jerusalem will be called the city of truth. The mountain of the Lord of heavenly forces will be the holy mountain. The Lord of heavenly forces proclaims, old men and old women will again dwell in the plazas of Jerusalem. Each of them will have a staff in their hand because of their great age. The city will be full of boys and girls playing in its plaza. As I read this, I can't help but see the image of children playing in the plazas, or in other translations it says playing in the streets. I have vivid memories of playing in the streets when I was a kid. We lived on a street called Lafayette, and all the kids used to come together and we would play street hockey on rollerblades. And of course, when a car would come by, we'd shout, "Car!" and all of us would scatter to make sure that we all lived to tell the tale. But playgrounds, of course, are a place for play too. And they're important places of play. They're where we interact with other kids and, as adults, other parents, and commiserate and share in some of the chaos of being parents. But kids, in their play, are learning something. They're learning what it means to not take everything so seriously. They're learning what joy looks like when it's manifested in us physically. This passage here is not saying that all of us need to just play more and then we can realize God's kingdom. It's really not saying that. Instead, what it's suggesting is that we can't forget what play is like. In all of our work for God's kingdom here on earth as in heaven, we can't forget what it means to play. We can't forget what it means to be childlike. We can't forget what it means to experience the manifestation of joy that can be within us. When we can allow ourselves to remember what that's like, then we can prepare ourselves for the kingdom that we are working so hard for, that God promises us, that God reminds us is very real and possible. So, does that mean you have to go find a swing set? Maybe not. But remember what it's like to feel that joy, that childlike innocence. And if it leads you to riding on a rocking horse, go for it. Amen.